Welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. I want to talk about your identity and the fact that you are manifesting your life, meaning you're experiencing your life from who you believe you are, and that is your identity. You can change your identity through frequently and consistently choosing, making new choices, making new decisions that are in alignment with what you desire. The desire itself is already fulfilled, so treat it as such. Expect it, align with it, trust in it, but stop aligning with and trusting in and being faithful and loyal to the experiences that you manifested in your reality because they were all just reflecting your old identity. You're being a new identity. It's not frequency, it's identity, but it is frequently being who you deep down who you feel that you truly are. So, like shedding the old identity, the old program, the old layers that aren't true. Those are just the programs from when you were growing up. Okay. It's not who you truly are. You are pure, unconditional power. You are pure love. You are divine. You're a masterpiece. You are a channel, a conduit, a vessel of God, universe, source, infinite intelligence. That is actually your infinite being. You are one with that. But when it comes to how things and when things happen, you need to learn how to let go because that's not your role, that's not your job. So you are one with source, but you aren't in control of how things end up happening. The way is made, and whatever that way is, you just have to trust that it's made as soon as you accept the desire. I have something I wanted to share that happened to a client of mine from several months back. I'm not sure exactly when, but it's a perfect example of how when you are not truly loving yourself unconditionally and choosing yourself and really knowing that the end exists and that the desire is already fulfilled and that you don't have to control things. This is a perfect example of somebody, she made a choice that she didn't actually want to do the inner work anymore. But I want to give the example because I think it will be very helpful and enlightening to a lot of you. Okay, so another thing I want to bring up from one of my clients who commented under a recent video is that she mentioned, yes, the desire is fulfilled, but we have to choose the right frequency. How do we know we're on the right frequency? It's not a frequency, it's being, it's embodying. Okay, sometimes maybe the old teachings of law of attraction are kind of getting interwoven with the law of consciousness, the law of one, the law of assumption. If it works for you, great. But if it's causing confusion, then I would suggest being more faithful again to trusting what is already in your heart and soul and not thinking that you're attracting it to you. The experience might feel like it's coming towards you, but it's because all potentials already exist. All of creation has already been created by, again, the creator. Your personality, like the ego, didn't create the trillions of galaxies, but your infinite being did. That's what you're one with. Okay, so before I get further into this, if you do love my content, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you want me to be your coach to help you manifest anything related to your specific person, email a short description to kim@coreunion.com. Go to the website, coreunion.com, book either a single session or a package, and then my scheduling assistant, Olga, will get back to you with my next available session. So I have years of videos, free content, free lessons that if you go into the specific person deep soul connection playlist and just binge, you'll see a ton of success stories. I believe that a lot of these success stories are like mind blowing. I've had people who were divorced from their mirror soul now back together. People who have had multiple circumstances, age gaps, long distance, cultural differences, spiritual differences, third parties of different kinds, not necessarily only another person, but maybe the person's work seemed to be more important, or the person's pet seemed to be more important. Who knows? But when you are truly consistently choosing your identity and trusting in that and not remaining loyal and faithful to your reality, you will eventually be experiencing what you want. But if you refuse this, if you just continue to remain faithful to your past, to your pain, to your sadness, to your sorrow, to your programming, then unfortunately, no coach, including myself, will be able to even help you because you're being very stubborn and holding on to that old identity. Okay. So, anyway, the client that I was referring to, so she's a very successful person. I think she's even a coach of some sorts. She has a story that when she's in love with somebody, when she starts to be sweet and when she's in her true essence, her true nature is very kind, sweet, loving, vulnerable, then she gets left. And the person that she was with ends up leaving for another woman who is a bitch. This is a story of hers. So what happened, what happened was when I explained to her, this is what's happening, for example, when your mirror soul, when you guys start to get closer, because she was describing the hot and cold. So, and again, this is my channel, so I teach from my perspective and I'm teaching from actual experience. So take it or leave it, but I'm still here for you. All right. Because I know that you guys might be having a hard time. You might be challenged. You might be frustrated, wonder if you should continue this. But if it's true love, if it's truly your mirror soul, I don't think you should give up. Okay. So I explained to her, you're not choosing, you're not truly loving yourself. You're not truly loving yourself unconditionally and choosing yourself if you're not allowing yourself to truly be loving, sweet, nurturing, and kind out of fear that if you are, then he'll leave. But this is what my experience has been. And this is what happens with him too. As soon as we start to get close, he leaves. I said, but that's because this little part of you that you're just describing is starting to rise up and you're not actually your new identity. You're not who you truly are. You're still subconsciously believing that if I allow myself to be sweet, loving, and nurturing and kind, I'm going to be left. So if you're starting to feel this insecurity within you, what do you think your person is feeling? Your person isn't going to feel good. It's not going to feel good to them. It's not going to feel safe because you're in this misaligned energy of fear. Okay. So your person has to go away because they're always going to be in alignment with you, whether you're in trust or fear. So then she basically said, well, how come is it that, other things in my life always work out? I can manifest things very easily. And then she emailed me and she basically showed an example that something had happened with a particular business. She was very unhappy with the business and what happened. So she basically threatened them that I think she threatened that she would write a really horrible review about them. So they refunded her. So she used that as an example. And she said, you see, and basically she didn't frame it that way, but she ended up emailing me. She said, why was this so easy to manifest? I just, I was upset with this and they simply refunded me, even though there were no refunds. The policy was no refunds, but they refunded me. But she isn't realizing that, yes, this is a manifestation, but it's a manifestation from the old identity of thinking you have to be a bitch to get what you want, and you can't be loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet to get what you want. So, yes, it was a manifestation, but it was a bit of an unconscious manifestation, or you could say she was consciously still being the old identity that doesn't believe she can be loving, sweet, and kind and still have things work out in her favor. And don't get me wrong, no judgment. While it was a manifestation, it wasn't a truly empowering manifestation from your truest, highest, most authentic, most powerful self. It was an unconscious or subconscious way of being. So you want to be your new identity and you do your inner work from that energy. And when you're doing your inner work with your mirror soul, with your specific person, and you're experiencing the love, you're experiencing it, it's happening while you're experiencing it. Okay. All potentials exist. They all exist right now. They always have before you even were born. All of creation was done. But when you frequently visit being your new identity, whether it's around love, health, wealth, success, or the opposite of those things, your life will reflect it back to you. Often, when you are doing the inner work, things in the 3D will appear to oppose you, but that doesn't mean anything. It's simply this has to happen in order for what I desire to happen. So let it happen. Trust in it. Don't get stuck in the middle. Don't get stuck in the 3D. The 3D is a mirror showing you who you are being, what you believe. So forget about frequency and instead frequently be the new identity or be the true identity of who you truly are. Step into your power, step into gratitude, give love to yourself, love yourself unconditionally, know how perfect you are, how much of a masterpiece you are, accept yourself, and then let go of the old stories around health, money, security, love, friendships, uh, in all areas, relationships, and especially with your mirror soul. Affirm down below, I've received this message. I trust everything that's in my heart and soul. I know that my desire is already fulfilled. Reach out to me if you need me. I love you so much. I intend that this helped. Bye.